interesting thing about time management is it's one of those concepts that just I've never liked it. I've never liked the title of it. I recoil from it because every time I try to manage time, I get more anxious, right? But it doesn't mean that it is not something that I feel is not worthy. I'll put it that way, right? Hi, Gail. I'm glad you're on. Um, and so, what's fascinating about it is that today we talked about time management in a very different way because I'm like I wanted to hear some things, and I was coming up on how I love to spend my time, and how with this whole COVID experience that we are experiencing all sorts of ways that we're working, we're doing, where worlds are colliding, where things aren't lined up always the way that we want. Today was like an example where this project came up and somehow it had eluded both my husband and I were like, "What? You need this today?" And he couldn't, and I could, I can adjust. But it was one of those things um, that when we talked, one of the words that came up that really resonated with me today was the word integrity, and how our relationship with time, and our time, especially like each one of us, our time, who we are, how it is related in some way to integrity. Now, for me, it felt like such a perfect alignment. There were other people that I talked with that it did not feel that way at all. I'll just tell you, like, no, I don't see it that way. That's fine. But for me, it really resonated. And the reason I love the word integrity is it's another way of talking about alignment. It's another way of being in alignment. When we're integrity, this the supporting structures are truly fully supportive of what is being built upon it. So you have a solid foundation, you have solid structures, and it remains in that alignment and in that integrity, right? And I'm like, right. So what happens when we move out of integrity or out of alignment? What happens is stress happens in places within the structure, within our vessel, within our emotional vessel, within our spiritual vessel, that that causes imbalance and causes stress um, or weight in places that can't necessarily carry that level of weight for a long period of time. And I was just like, oh my gosh, when you take that concept and you move that into time, or how I spend my time, or what I'm doing. I'm like, oh, for whatever reason, I needed to hear that today. And so what I'm looking at is what is in integrity for me and what is out of integrity, and what in this new way of being in wholeness, of experiencing wholeness, is calling me to greater integrity in all things. And I just more and more and more, and I'm watching this with my family, I'm watching it with my relationships, I'm even watching it in how I coach and how I'm working with people. There is a different, um, hmm, like a call to wholeness, a call to greatness. That's all I'll say. And I don't mean greatness like, I'm great. I mean a call to like the best of who I am being shared. And I think it allows for the best to be shared. So anyway, these were my musings today, in this crazy mixed up day. And then I'm laughing and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how did I miss that Steve had this thing that he needs to do at 5 o'clock? I'm doing this at 5 o'clock. How did this happen? All these things. And I realize I'm like, how do we stay in this integrity? How do we make agreements and then renegotiate our agreements? How do we adjust in that? And even today, our agreement is that we do live at noon, and I needed to renegotiate my agreement. That is being in integrity whereas I could have just not shown up, which would have been out of integrity, or at the last minute pulled the plug on it for today. Again, out of integrity. So it's how are we making those choices moment to moment? And I think it's more than time. It just happened to be brought up in a day where I was making choices about my time, and in a day where I'm noticing that things are like being impacted in a time way. So I share that. Hi everybody. I'm so glad you're on. We're going to get started in just 2 minutes. Hopefully you're all doing well. 5 o'clock is such a different time. I'm like, wow. Um, we will probably go through the meditation tonight, this evening. Oh, it's so weird. I don't know if I can even get my head around it. I feel like it's noon all over again. As soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to be all mixed up because my baby will be home, my husband will be home, they'll be cooking dinner. This is just how we're rolling today. So just know I love you. I honor you. I'm so glad we get to do this together. Um, and do we have anyone who's new tonight, who hasn't ever done this meditation before? I'm just going to ask, if you're new, you can just type in the word new, and don't worry, like it's not a big deal. I just like to give a little preface. So if you're new, just type in the word new. We this is really much more than a meditation. For those of us who've been doing this a while, um, I'm so glad that this worked out for so many of you. See, I wish I could just say I was just in tune with your needs. It just always works, right? And it goes to show that when we honor ourselves, when we are focused on what is working for us, when the things that we're doing are in alignment, they always serve. They always serve. So keep this lesson kind of in the back of your mind. I am too. Mary, wonderful. I'm glad you let me know. So what we're going to be doing today is we'll do this meditation. It's really a practice to opening and to allowing ourselves to be in a more open vibration with the with this new energy that is coming into the collective consciousness, that we're opening to. We're naturally opening to this. We're already feeling it. Many of us around the planet are feeling this. This practice that started off as just a nice meditation is really about bringing us into the alignment of harmony in our being, and helping us to open and be to acclimate to it, to our in our cells, in our body, in our vibration. And so most people find that this is just very relaxing, very calming. And we do this every day. We do this every day at noon. And we'll continue. Today is day, I think I said 64. I think we're on day 64. And tomorrow, the 20th, we will be on day 65, which I think is so cool. I love it um, when we have, I know I'm a numbers person, multiples of 5. I think that's cool when they all kind of line up like that. And it's 5, 20, 2020, which is kind of cool. It's all multiples of 5. It's 3 20s. I'm very happy when I see these numbers. So tomorrow will be a lot of fun, but we'll do this at noon. It's accessible to everyone. I know that there's been discussion that some people will be doing, maybe doing in the evening, a watch party. So if you're interested in that, let me know. Just message me and let me know, like at 7 o'clock, at 6 o'clock, what time would work for you. And then we can have somebody facilitate a watch party, which means that you watch it together and you have conversation together within the watch party. So you can discuss beforehand whatever we're discussing, and then you can also comment afterward on your own experience. It's kind of a nice way to build community within our group. So everyone is welcome. So we will just begin now. We're a couple minutes past, but that's kind of how I roll. I'm consistent in my inconsistency with that. So we'll say that's an integrity too. So this word integrity is just washing over me. Let's go ahead and take a couple of deep breaths. Close your eyes, get nice and comfortable. Find a good, comfy place where you're sitting. And let's just take some deep breaths. And as we breathe in, just breathe in deeply and relax in your exhale. And allow yourself to just breathe in the vibration of appreciation. Appreciation for this body, for this day, for this moment. Just breathe in and feel your body, every cell of your body being nourished with your breath. And exhale. Every breath relaxing more, bringing your attention and awareness to your body, to this beautiful, beautiful physical form that carries you through your life, that allows you to be fully experiencing this. And your heart is still beating, your thoughts are still going, your stomach digesting, your lungs breathing, your eyes moving, everything working in perfect harmony. And we relax. As we breathe in, let's breathe behind our thoughts and our emotions, letting them just do what they need to do. And as we breathe, we just relax, falling gently away from the busyness of the mind, almost like we're resting into a giant easy chair or beanbag, just feeling ourselves floating and relaxing. Fully present, still here, but bringing our attention and awareness to this experience, to this quiet stillness that is who we are. Just feel our awareness in this now moment. And we feel our body and all that it does, and we're so filled with gratitude and appreciation, every cell functioning optimally, working at its best, highest function, and letting go all that is not needed, willingly releasing any waste, anything that is not serving this vessel. We breathe in and we experience that we are being nourished, that every breath is abundant in oxygen that serves this body. And we relax. We extend our awareness outward into our energy field all around this vessel, all around this physical form. Maybe we're becoming more and more aware of it all the time. This part of us that experiences life, experiences all of the world, all that is happening before our senses pick it up. We feel the energy and vibration of the world around us. And this energy field allows us to experience it. And as we breathe, we feel the rhythm and the movement of the energy moving in and through our vessel, of the strength and clarity and function of our chakras that are spinning in perfect time, moving, carrying the energy through our vessel. allowing us to vibrate in resonance with all that is good. And we breathe. We bring our awareness beneath our feet to our connection to Mother Earth, the tether that is attached to our energetic field extends deep into the earth. It is our tether, like an umbilical cord to the mother. And we feel her love rise up, moving in to our vessel, moving in and through us, rising up red and warm and comforting. We feel it rise up into our body, into and around us in our energy field. And as it rises around us, we are warmed like a warm, gentle hug. And we feel the gentle tug of gravity on every cell of our being. Feeling that gentle pull, reminding us that we belong, that we are home, that she is our home. And we breathe. And as we breathe in this love into our being, into our consciousness, surrendering ourselves to the experience of belonging, of having place, affirming that we are here. This is where we belong. And from here, we raise our attention above our head, about an arm's length, to our connection to the quantum field. It is here that we are open wide. We're like a tulip, open to receive the light of Spirit, open to feel the love wash in and through us. This is the field of expanded consciousness. This is the field of the infinite. It is where we experience the collective consciousness of humanity. We access the divine vibration of life on this planet. And we open to the infinite field of love and consciousness that breathed us into form. This Christ consciousness pours into our vessel. Crystalline white, it washes over and through us. Refreshing like peppermint, we open every cell of our being, receiving even more light, love, energy flowing into our vessel. With every breath, we grow in our capacity to receive and to vibrate in the light of Spirit. And we release and surrender ourselves to this rhythm, to this abundance as we exhale. We breathe in and we are nourished. We exhale that which is no longer serving. Our vessel vibrating and attuned to the vibration of love, love of life, love with life, love of the earth, love with the earth, love of our own vessel, and love in and through our vessel, that it may serve all of humanity. We breathe. Our breath is our connection to all things, to all of life, to all that has ever been created and all that will ever be created. In this expression, in this now moment, we vibrate in truth. We are in our own way right and aligned with the divine. And it is in this experience that we are clear. And so we breathe. We breathe this clarity into our vessel, this body expanding in its awareness, in its capacity to hold and vibrate in the light of spirit, allowing the light to move into our vessel and out through our energetic field. Like a lantern in the darkness, we glow brighter with every breath. And this light expands in all directions, across time and space and dimension. We breathe and we are light. This body is a vessel of light, every cell expanding in its capacity to receive and vibrate in the light of spirit. Every cell is a world next to worlds, next to worlds, growing, more interconnected, more present, more clear, more knowing in its capacity, in its capability, in this vessel. Within this vessel houses a soul that as we breathe, it opens. It opens and aligns with the vibration of spirit. Opens to its full function as a bearer of light, as creator, allowing the creative force of love to move in easily and to move through, allowing inspiration to come easily and to make manifest all that is desired. This is as easy as breathing, and we breathe. We are in vibrational alignment with consciousness. This consciousness is of God, of the oneness. And as we breathe, we experience our vessel, our being, our awareness, our consciousness being breathed. We are nourished in the love and in the infinite flow of inspiration that moves in and through us. And as we breathe, we are breathing. We are breathing light into our vessel, and we are breathing it that others may experience this awakening in their own vessel. We breathe that they may find their breath. And with every breath, we open ourselves to be in oneness with all of humanity. We surrender ourselves in the service of being breathers of light, of sharing the light and also our experience, our expanded awareness, our vibration, our ways of being in and of this world from this consciousness, our experience serving the whole of mankind. As we breathe, we open the eyes, the will, the soul the divine within, and we breathe. It is through our breath that we experience power rising up and through us. It is innate in our being. We vibrate in the energy of power. As creators, we must understand and align ourselves to our capabilities, to surrender fully to what is, and to take up the willingness to be in that isness. This is awakening, a new way of being, a new way of being in harmony, strong, clear, awake, aware, certain. We vibrate in this, and we do this in the harmony with all of life, all of nature, all that is God. And this way of being enlivens our wisdom that vibrates in truth. This truth is our awareness, our way of navigating and choosing moment to moment what it is we are here to do, to be, to experience. And we breathe in the power of creation in our being. And we breathe in the infinite field of love. Love is the energy, the stuff of creation, the stuff from which all that we are, all that is made. And we breathe and acclimate ourselves to this vibration. That as we create with love, that we vibrate in this love and allow this force into our being. We breathe and from this place we expand our awareness to witness all of humanity, to the vibration of this consciousness that is currently emerging and awakening on this planet. The mind creates blockage. The mind requires understanding. The heart requires explanation and attention, dear ones. And as you breathe light into the whole, and this light comforts and brings clarity to a way that is beyond the mind, beyond the heart. Opening those into the vibration of wholeness. You are not required to do this for anyone, but instead to breathe with, as they are as capable as you. You are one, and it is in your breathing that you are allowing, in your willingness, light to be shown in a way that it can be seen and felt with love and gentleness, stirring what is true within every vessel. And we breathe every breath, expanding your capacity, expanding your capability for your own receiving. And as you expand in your capacity, in your experience, all of humanity expands. And it is in this expansion that the light moves in and through, allowing shadows to be cleared, allowing density to be broken apart, and this debris which has clogged the many from experiencing their own divinity. It is released as we exhale. In this surrender, there is ease that begets greater ease. And it is in the fulfillment that we receive in the breath that we find the willingness to relax and allow and surrender to the rhythm of this experience. And we learn to breathe. We are willing to learn and expand and practice. And it is in the practice that we come to understand and know and receive clarity and inspiration. Every breath we receive lightness, we expand, and we feel the interchange and nourishment occurring in ourselves, in our consciousness, and in the collective. And we open. Breathing in, we expand. We are nourished and fulfilled, and as we are fulfilled, we relax and we let go. We are trusting in the breath. We are trusting and aligned to the infinite. This is our nourishment. This is what we have longed for, and we are fulfilled in. And as we breathe into our vessel and we are expanding, we bring our awareness to the world around us, to all of life, expanding our energetic field outward. We are resonant with the divine. We are resonant with what is whole and holy. And in this, we feel all of life. We feel the grass, the trees, the flowers. We experience what it is to reach for the sun and to reach deep into the earth, to feel that which moves in and among our roots, to feel those animals and creatures that nest in our branches and burrow beneath the earth. We are the animals, the squirrels, the fox, the coyote, the bears, the dolphins. We feel them all. In a moment, we are in the ocean, and in another moment, we are flying among the mountains. We are everywhere present, and life is our awareness. And we experience our acclimation, our awakening to our own nature, our own place within this harmonic expression of life. We are a part of, we are with life. And we relax as we feel this all move in and through us. And as we open to this harmony, as we are willing and acclimating to life, life is opening and activating and acclimating with us. This is what it is to be in harmony, to feel the love of that which birthed us, that which breathed us into form, and that which gives us home and place, moving in and through us and all of humanity, all of life on this planet. And this is our now experience, our resonance, our expression of wholeness and holiness. And we breathe. We are connected and connecting more with every breath. We are vibrating in truth, in harmony, in wholeness. And with every breath, it gets easier to breathe, to be, to expand, and to know. Every breath, we surrender more to this practice which expands us, which is showing us a new way to be. And we breathe. Every breath, we are enlightened, we are awake, alive, vibrant, in wholeness, in our holiness, in harmony, and we are resonant in this. All that is resonant with us is drawn to us, and that which is not falls away. Fear, doubt, worry, lack. The soil here does not allow these to take root. It is inhospitable. And we vibrate in this truth. Our experiences, our feelings are not truth. Truth resonates. And we come to know this. And as we come to know this vibration, we know that I am that I am. I am that I am. I am that I am. Beloved, beloved, beloved souls, dear, dear souls, we are breathing with you. There are many from around the galactic area, all of these places. Understand that we can speak about these places that you cannot yet imagine. Why care so much about you and this little planet? We come and resonate with you, that you may come and show us the way, dear ones. This alignment, this opportunity that you are coming to does not come often enough. And for the first time, there is a collective willingness, although it does not feel this way. There is a collective willingness for transformation. How you define transformation in your mind is different than what it is your soul and what you are calling up in the divine. Your resonance is greater than what your mind can hold. What you imagine a new world to be has not yet been created, dear ones. And your imagine is lacking. Your ability to imagine this place, this functioning, is too small. So, what choice do you have but surrender? To allow yourselves to open, to receive and be with the vibration of inspiration, inspiration that is truly beyond limit. There are those who are watching in awe. There are those who would say they know what is coming. They know what you should do, how this should be emerged, and they too are scrambling to understand, to find the way. And the way is not yet emerged. It is in the opening of all of humanity, not the few, but all of humanity, to open to their light. And in this create. It is not as daunting as you may feel, dear ones. There is greater opening available in your breath. Your light shines. It is a beacon, an awakening signal for the souls around the planet. And it is in the gentleness, the gentle nature of it, that will call forth the willingness to breathe. A new way requires a new way. And we breathe with you. We hold you in the divine light that you are and that is available for all of humanity. There are many awakening to their breath around the planet, and many who are experiencing this because of the light that you breathe. In this you are of service. We honor you. Hi, Aurora. Hello. Hi, everyone. That was very different. That was not the how. This, um, and I don't know if I'm getting it right. This is with mm, Aisha, but it's Aisha. There's a l sound in there, and she is mm, Arcturian. I'm writing this down because I have to, not from this planet. And what she was showing was what was very interesting is like she mentioned this experience, and literally in my awareness, I was like shot out of my. Sounds to say funny for me to say I'm shot out of my body. I'm out of my body, but out of my where I was, and like I was in multiple places all at once around multiple galaxies. I was in multiple places, and like it was like I was all these places, all these eyes watching the watching the earth. I was having this experience, and it was very quick. It was like "Phew, phew," and then she was speaking, and she was the interesting piece is that uh this message keeps coming through, and I am going to just reiterate this, is that what is emerging, there is not a plan for this emergence. It's there's not like a first you do this and then we'll go here and then we'll go here, or we'll hit a certain number and then this is going to happen. Like um and what it has been happening for so long. But what uh, and what has been happening for so long? I know. I'm like getting all this information. What has happened? What When we talk about this awakening, right? It feels like it's in a like they're even. I think there's something called the event. It feels like it's going to be a thing, and it is in for each individual being. It is a thing. It's like a boom. Like for each one of you, you will have this awakening. But now what? It's this doesn't matter unless you're willing to be of service to the whole. It's like you have to be willing. It's like like uh here, okay. It's like imagine lungs, right? And let's say the lungs are all blocked with disease, right? And all of the alveoli, the little cells, the things that allow air to come in, and where the exchange of um, oxygen and carbon dioxide happen. They're like little sacs. You hear them called this, right? Let's say they're all gummed up, they're all blocked, right? So the organism, the um, cannot really breathe fully, and now some start to open, right? And the organism is starting to breathe again, and it goes, "Oh my gosh, I didn't even know I could breathe like this. I forgot I could breathe like this." And then thing like as the cells that can open breathe, they don't go, "Oh, I can breathe. I don't really care about everybody else." It becomes the awareness of the organism, and as one cell opens and can breathe, what happens is it starts to clear away that which is gumming up the entire works. And so eat and those other cells that may not know they can breathe yet will like a baby, know to take its first breath, will know, I can breathe. It's like that. That is what is happening. And that is this message that keeps coming in, this whole piece about this, and why they keep talking about lungs. Why are lungs so important? Well, it's the breath, but why the breath? Well, the breath is both the way, and it's also showing us the way to a true collaboration, a connection. Does that make sense? I hope it's making sense. It's making sense to me in my head and what I'm seeing. Um, but you guys, I have to go in a minute because I have to go help my husband. But I am kind of, I'm so excited about this. Like, it's so clear. And so it's not just our own clarity. It's not just that. And it's not just this nicety that we are doing this breath work and that maybe only some of us will be able to breathe. It actually is that we all need to breathe. These lungs of this vessel, of this organism being humanity, have to breathe. It all has to work. We have to know our function. Think of us like cells within the body. We have to know our function, and we have to honor our function. And then the organism will move into being able to work in an optimized way. This is so important. So as you think about this, and it doesn't matter if you're there yet or not, it really doesn't matter. Just breathe, right? Just breathe. You know how to breathe. And now you're being attuned to the vibration and energy of this in a new way. And in doing so, we're awakening to something truly brilliant and truly profound. And I'm just kind of delighted and joyful in this moment and just taking it all in. And so I hate to have to channel and dash. We're not just one cell, but all the cells, right? Right. It's both and, both and, both and. It's so much more than we can conceive. Even the metaphors are too small for what it is. And that's very challenging to get. Like, we cannot really see where we're going. We just have to trust the way that we trust our body is doing exactly what it needs to do. If we're grasping onto a way, we're actually slowing our own process.